Griffin the Griffin by BlackWing. Chapter 32. Mail Time with Ponies.
Oh, sister, guess what time it is?
Celestia called to Luna. They were really beginning to enjoy this. It gave them a break from the day-to-day monotony of their lives, and it had also become a way for them to bond with each other, to reconnect after that 1,000-year gap. "Did Griffin send us letters?" she asked, to which Celestia responded by smiling, dumping a mass of scrolls onto the floor of their study. They both lay on their comfortable recliners as they began to sort through the mass of letters they had received.
Well, unfortunately, my faithful student is off chasing a pirate, so I guess we'll just have to put up with reading prank letters from the very same pirate in the meantime, Celestia said with a smirk.
"Oh, you like them, and you know it," Luna replied mirthfully.
I never denied that. While a few of the last ones were definitely out of line, for the most part, getting unofficial letters has been quite enjoyable.
"Well, let's get started then, shall we?" Celestia levitated the first letter.
Oh, this one is for you, Luna.
"Gimme!" The younger snatched it excitedly, and her eyes growing wide as she read it. "Dear Princess Celestia, if your sister is the Sun Princess, why are you the hotter of the two? Sincerely, Equestria's most wanted and, at the moment, least feathered Griffin."
Yes, dear sister, if thou art the Princess of the Sun and the eldest, why am I considered the hotter? Apparently, Griffin believes me to be the more attractive,
Luna said, using ye old speak, not slipping into old habits, but rather to tease her sister.
It doesn't say that.
Yes, it does.
Let me see.
Luna passed the letter to her older sister, who could hardly believe what she was reading. "And the number of members in the Luna is Best Pony Club has increased. Yes!" the blue alicorn cheered.
Am I not attractive?
The white one looked almost hurt.
Well, of course you are. I mean, it's really all just a matter of personal taste. He probably just prefers leaner types. And what is that supposed to mean?
Celestia scowled.
Well, it's no secret you have been eating far more cake than you used to, Luna giggled. I am an immortal goddess. I raise the sun every morning. My figure is perfect. If it bothers you that much, just go on a diet. I do not need a diet.
Let us see what the scale says, then, shall we?
No wings.
Luna brought in a scale and had her sister step on it.
Now you'll see that I haven't gained any weight at all. Oh my. Are you sure this scale is calibrated properly?
Celestia looked in shock.
I used it yesterday myself. I am quite surprised to see the number being that high. Oh dear. Looks like I might have to call the Royal Outfitters to make adjustments to your raiment, Luna said with a devilish smile. Don't you dare. I will not be made a laughingstock of my little ponies because I am not so little. I am not fat, I'm merely big-boned.
Celestia defended herself before looking at the scale again and sighing.
Well, it seems as though Griffin has also had image issues of his own. Equestria's least feathered Griffin probably molted, overreacted, and pulled out all of his feathers, Luna suggested. Like your first time?
Celestia's words were like stabs in her sister's head.
Don't remind me, she grumbled. Next letter? The elder suggested. Right, next letter.
Dear Princess Celestia, want to know how to make your horn 30% larger today? Sincerely, Griffin.
Wait, what? I don't even... What?
The Sun Princess didn't know what to say to this. What can one say to such a claim? Luna began giggling.
Sister, don't you remember? Before my banishment, having a large horn was seen as attractive. We used to get mail all the time containing advertisements like this. How he knows about them, I have no clue, Celestia face-hoofed. Right, I had almost forgotten. Every day we got pamphlets for a horn aid. It got so bad I outlawed the product, especially considering it was rubbish. Besides, my horn is longer than that of any pony alive. What use have I for such knowledge?
Celestia still had a faint blush, remembering the specifics of the advert.
Dear Princess Celestia, why are ponies racist? Sincerely, Gilda. Racist? Ponies aren't racist, Luna declared.
Actually, Celestia had with a frown.
What? They kind of are. Sister, in the 1,000 years I have been gone, did I miss something drastic? There was almost a war. The Griffin Dominion began becoming more and more hostile until finally 100 years after your exile, I had to take apart their government to pacify them. Ponies never got over it. There was never any actual combat, but the threat looming there for 100 years put them all on edge. Even now, Equestria's griffins and diamond dogs who live by the rules, work hard and honest, have a very difficult time gaining trust. Also, partly because of their predatory nature. While they can be vegetarian, and many are, seeing something walk through town that has the capacity to eat you is unnerving, Celestia explained. Even now you said something instead of some pony or someone. I know. It means they have a hard time getting close to any pony. I seem to remember my faithful student learning the hard way with a certain zebra, and zebras are similar to ponies. I can't even imagine how difficult it might be for a non-equine. Celestia sighed. Unfortunately, there isn't really anything we can do about it. It's not like we can just tell ponies to trust. I know that one myself. Luna sighed as well. It really is sad. They have such culture and a flame in their hearts, and yet they are reduced to such a state. Dear Princess Celestia, is your horn hard? Sincerely, Trixie. Just reading it, both alicorns began to blush fiercely before bursting out with laughter. Are you sure they know what they're asking? Luna said as she wiped a tear away. Trixie is a unicorn. She knows exactly what she's asking. She knows about how, like Pegasi, whose wings pop open when excited for some reason or another, unicorns, when aroused, have an increased magic flow that causes a rise in horn rigidity. It's highly unprofessional and extremely immature to ask something like that. Which is why it's so funny. They call themselves pirates, but they're like little kids. It's hard to think of them as the same barbaric killer who rescued my nephew. It's hard to believe that the report from that very same pirate band assaulted the mayor of Wethoof and scarred him permanently. They both contained their chuckles. He was kind of a twat, wasn't he? Luna remarked. He had a deep pain that makes him less than accepting of non-ponies. While what Griffin did was inexcusable, I'd be lying if he said he didn't have it coming. He probably tried to double-cross the pirate captain, which sounds like a bad idea to begin with. Anyways, I hope my horn isn't going to become a future topic of discussion in these letters. Speaking of letters, next. Dear Princess Celestia, if a blue house has blue bricks, a red house has red bricks, a yellow house has yellow bricks, what color bricks does a green house have? Sincerely, Griffin. Oh, very funny. Luna, I know this one. I want you to take a guess. The older said with a smile, knowing full well Luna wouldn't get it. Blue house, blue bricks. Red house, red bricks. Yellow house, yellow bricks. Green house, green bricks, right? Actually, a greenhouse is a building made of glass. It lets sunlight in while keeping the cold out, letting plants grow during winter in colder climates. It was invented 500 years ago, so it makes sense you wouldn't know about it. It doesn't have bricks, it's glass, Celestia explained. First flattery, then he reminds me how out of the loop I am. What I would give to know what's going on in his head.
Meanwhile, in the volcanic wastes.
Ring, 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 banana phone. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding, banana phone.
Back with the princesses.
Aha, another one. Luna picked up the next letter. Dear Princess Celestia, do you have a pet? Sincerely, Nadine the cat. P.S. Meow. Nadine the cat? Who is this? I don't know of any cat species, Luna asked. Well, I think it might be another member of Griffin's crew. So there's Griffin, Gilda, Trixie, Nadine, possibly Echo? No, I don't think he's a member of them. He sounds like he's doing something else. It looks like their numbers are increasing. They could quickly become a problem. As for what, there's a lot we don't know. Knowledge about the south of the equator is non-existent. We're too busy taking care of Equestria to go exploring what's down there. We don't want to uncover something dangerous and a whole new set of problems for our hoofs. I guess there are sentient cats, Celestia mused. As for the question, do I have a pet? Well, I did, sister. What happened to Betsy? The younger asked. Betsy? You know, my pet Titan spider. Ah, right. You always kept the creepiest pets. Well, eventually it got too big and started trying to eat ponies, so I had it transported to the Temple of the Hidden in the Great Southern Rainforest. I sealed the door so no pony would try to get in there while looking for treasures and get eaten. There was a strange amulet there, along with a fair bit of gold, but we didn't bother taking it. I was going to, but the explorers were adamant that we removed nothing from within. Something about it being best to let the ghosts of the past slumber. Well, that's good to know. They're cute when they're small, but when they get big, they can be a problem. I'm glad you didn't just kill it.
Dear Princess Luna, what is the main ingredient in moon pies? Sincerely, Griffin. Marshmallow. Doesn't every pony know this? Luna pouted.
I think he was referring to the fact that you're the princess of the moon.
A joke. Ah, a joke. Well, it wasn't very funny. Now that I think about it, it's been 1,000 years since I've had a moon pie. Excuse me for a moment. With that, Luna's horn began to glow and she called an absurd number of the treats to her side. All right, ready to continue. Dear Princess Celestia, have you ever toured a glue factory? Sincerely, Griffin. Celestia gulped. She didn't like this question. Back when she and Discord had been together, she spoke of a world where equines had been used to make the paste. In their world, they used processed tree sap, but the question still stuck on her mind. Luna knew this as well. They both scowled as the Sun Princess folded the letter up and put it away.
Let's forget that one.
Dear Princess Luna, do you like my letters? Sincerely, Griffin. P.S. I wrote 2 letters today, so the fun has been doubled!
What? How did he know about that? Ugh! Talking like that to the entire town was one of the most embarrassing things I've ever done. It's so humiliating. How does he know about that? Every pony promised never to speak of that again. While I enjoy most of his letters, some of them are just out of bounds. I agree. While the riddles are fine, he sends annoyance after annoyance to me, then showers you with flattery, followed by embarrassment. It's like he's got multiple personalities. Happy, playful, then angry and hurtful. I think I'm beginning to understand him, and by that, I mean he's nuttier than Discord, and far less predictable. Funny, I never thought I'd say someone made less sense than that Draconicus. Griffin being an alien is beginning to make more and more sense, though, Luna remarked. Indeed. Knowing about things he wasn't present for, things that happened millennia ago, and his personality being different than that of any pony else, Pony, Griffin, or other? Still, we'll never know until we catch him, Celestia mused. Why? I mean, we can send him letters. Why not just ask him? Worst that happens is he does what he did the last time. You're right. Let's finish these letters. First, though. This one says to open last. Okay, let's go for a different one, then. Dear Princess Luna, if someone is a fan of yours, are they technically a lunatic? Sincerely, Griffin. Well, considering how crazy the member of the Luna is Best Pony Club are, I'd have to say yes, Celestia teased. You're just jealous that I'm gaining in popularity, Luna pouted. I'm not jealous at all. I'm actually glad you're gaining a better position among the public eye. I just wish it wasn't with all the mentally ill and emotionally unstable. Oh, hush. Next letter. Dear Princess Celestia, do sundials malfunction if you stand near them? Sincerely, Etch. P.S. He needed a little help writing this one, so that's why it's in my style. Griffin. Who's Etch? No idea. Well, it looks like this Nadine isn't the only one who has joined them. They're gaining momentum, and that worries me. Still, very clever. Very, very clever. Dear Griffin and crew, I had a great deal of fun zooming around the study in my flying chair. No, I have never mooned someone. I am more attractive than my sister because she eats too much cake. I had a pet titan spider who now resides in a temple in the jungle where you are located. Moon pies are made with marshmallow. Doesn't every pony know that? I do like your letters, that are quite humorous, and a nice change of pace. Just because most of my fans are lunatics does not mean it is a requirement. And as for my question, how did you know about that Nightmare Night? All of Ponyville swore they would not talk about my old equestrian speak. Are you an alien as the rumor states? Sincerely, Princess Luna. Dear Griffin and crew, I did not have Twilight determine your intention.
She decided to theorize this of her own accord, and I do not know why you received your letters in that manner. Discord is a terrible fiend for locking my son. Disarray for 2,000 years. My sister's banishment was to protect the world, and I do like bananas. Despite what she's going to tell you in her letter, my sister did indeed moon some pony at flight camp, when she had a little too much cider for her own good one evening. My sister is not more attractive than I am. Long horns and wings are considered hot, and I have the largest in both categories. All in all, I do not need your horn extension product, and no, I am not currently aroused. Greenhouses are made of glass and do not have bricks. As for why ponies are racist, unfortunately there are a large number of causes, and I cannot state one specifically. It truly is the shame. Sundials will continue to work normally despite my proximity to them. As for my questions, 1. Is Echo part of your crew? Luna and I are not sure. 2. Are you an alien as you claimed to my student? And is that how you know the things you do? Sincerely, Princess Celestia. After sealing both of the letters, ensuring that they didn't see each other, they sent them off. Then they proceeded to relax with a cup of tea. Oh wait, we forgot the one that says open last. It's for you, Luna remarked. Ah yes, of course. Let's see here. Dear Princess Celestia, rather than my usual letter, I'm writing to tell you that I've figured out how to use magic. Considering that I'm not a unicorn, this is a rather large achievement. As for the details of my discovery, not telling! What's wrong? Jealous? Sincerely, Griffin. Wait, hold on. What? Both Algorns stood there, stunned. Non-unicorns using magic? Does he mean like using charged gems in a stove? No, given the context, I think he means actual magic. Although it's perplexing to think about how a non-unicorn could use it. If that is the case, I must send a letter to my faithful student at once. It may be falsy, but if his claim is true, they could be in great danger. Celestia took out a parchment and quill, then hastily scribbled something on it before sending it off. Not 5 minutes later, she received a response. Dear Princess Celestia, Twilight left me home to watch the library while she goes off on an adventure again. Unfortunately, I don't know where she is, nor do I have any idea how to forward this message to her. Sorry. Sincerely, your faithful student's #1 assistant, Spike. She left him at home. Celestia stomped her hoof, causing the entire room to shake before calming herself with a sip of her tea and a glare from her sister. What is the point of me having painstakingly enchanted Spike so his dragon breath serves as a messaging system between us, if she doesn't take him with? What if she gets in trouble? She'll be unable to call for help. I swear she's a genius, but she can also be so dense sometimes. I'll have to talk with her, assuming she makes it back. Sister, try to have a little more faith with her. While it is extremely foolish to leave him alone, probably out of worry and his safety, she can handle herself. She is surrounded by her friends. She will make it back, Luna encouraged. Still, she's stifling him. How is he supposed to grow up properly if all he does is spend every waking hour at a postal worker and a librarian? Maybe she doesn't want him to grow up. After all, if he does, then he would have to leave. Ponyville is simply too small for an adult dragon, but that's no excuse for keeping him penned up all day. Still, this is worrisome. Given the way the Griffin pirates acted with Frost Snap, I fear for their safety. For the first time in a very long time, I feel helpless. There's nothing we can do at this point, and for we who can do just about anything, it hurts beyond measure. Twilight, please be safe, you and your friends.